Hey, welcome to the tutorial on how to edit our music database. Let's go over the top title areas, um, and then we'll take one of these as an example to edit and walk you through how to do that. So we have the number. This is the number that's on the box. You don't need to worry about touching that. There's the title. You don't need to worry about touching. The grade we can edit possibly. The composer we can keep there. Arranger keep there because you're gonna be using title, composer, and arranger as the search criteria. Style and use, this is kind of up to you, which we'll see how to deal with that. Featured instruments, this is more of like, is this a flute, flute heavy solo area like the Carmen, um, where we have like flute soloists, or is this like a trumpet Haydn concerto with the concert band backing tracks, or is there just a really long like alto sax feature solo thing in it? Medley of tunes. This is kind of like if there's a Christmas medley and you have Silent Night, Oh Christmas Tree, and Away in the Manger. That would be your titles that you can add in this column. Smart Music is if it's in Smart Music. I'm not really too worried about that right now. Status is if it's out. Music performance history. This is if we have it on a concert. You put like spring of 2022, or like a winter concert 2021. YouTube link. It's if we can find a link of either a really good band playing it, maybe it's a military band, or maybe a really excellent college band, or the publisher link. This is where we can add some other stuff. So let's take one of these as an example. I have Russian Christmas music here, and I'm just going to copy literally the title. And if I hold down Control on a PC or the Command button on a Mac, you can select multiples, and then you can do like Control C or Command C to copy. And you can just go into a new tab, hit Enter, and see what comes up. Usually you'll get something from J.W. Pepper, and that's kind of where we're going to go for any kind of reputable publishing company. So go there, and we see that it's Russian Christmas music. And we just double check that it's by Alfred Reed, and there's a Kurnow as the arranger, and that is us. We can see that it says medium easy, ME. Sometimes they'll have a number here of 1 through 5. There's also 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. I don't think we really buy any sixes. Six is what's the maximum that it goes up to in the music world here. But we're going to use the ME for now. So we're going to go here. We're going to say, okay, it's ME. That is good. So sometimes they're getting correct or they don't have anything listed. Style or use. Let's take a look at these. So there's ballad, lyrical, Broadway, Christmas, Hanukkah, Latin, March, movie soundtrack. We know it's not a movie soundtrack. Um, so if you're not sure what it is, I would just leave it as a blank. Um, so I can even fill that in if I needed to. But I think a lot of the main ones that is pretty obvious, like Coldplay on stage, that's going to be some sort of rock one, or a pop stuff. So just use that as a pull down menu. Featured instruments. I'm not sure, so I'm going to leave that blank. I don't really see any kind of description here that has anything about a featured instrument. And let's go back over here. This length, it says 1545. We can figure out if that's correct. There is no publisher link, so let's add that publisher link to it. So we're going to go over here. We're going to copy this. This is the publishing link. I feel like that's 15 minutes is a little incorrect here. Now I'm going to go over to this, and let's go to, whoops, Russian Christmas music, Reed Kurnow. And let's just find a video for it on YouTube. Hopefully it's a good band playing it. The Saipan Pacific. Let's see what these guys sound like. not bad, but sometimes you'll find, where is it? It was right there. Um, it was a literal publisher link. Sometimes like they'll have the pages moving around. What's this? Tuba Regional Euphonium, University of Alabama. Yeah, that's not by Kernow. Let's just see what this first one is. These are younger kids, so it might not be a very reputable one. They do sound pretty good. Let's use this one. So we're going to just copy this. So Control C or Command C and go back to our database. We'll add Russian Christmas music's link. So now if I just hover over that, it has that in there for us. Now I completed 85 here, except there's also a Wind repository project. So that's another thing that you go to. I think that was one of the, yep, right here, Wind repository project. And this is a really good website for a lot of band directors to look at this. And it just shows all that information for us. This says difficulty 3, whereas the other one on the website shows it as a grade ME for medium easy. We could just use that medium easy, that's fine. It shows anything that's wrong with it. There's also recordings, performances. So there's lots of good stuff on this website. So I'm just going to copy this, Command C or Control C, and add it to the Wind repository. So now I can sit where it says fixed right here in column A. I'm going to just put an X, and that's good. So I'll just go on to another one and kind of work my way down. Doesn't have to be necessarily in order. You can go jump around, but I would probably just do it in order just because it's a little easier to follow where you left off, so we can have an idea of like, how things are going. Some of these ones in the intro are pretty good. So this says Army of the Nile and does match up with number 5, box number 5, Army of the Nile. But if you go down the bottom, some of these are just really somehow messed up. This one says Aztec Fire by Jay Bocook, but it's for sun dancing. So somebody at some point messed all these up, and I couldn't find a way to put them in there. So like there's Aztec Fire all the way down here. So I don't know if like what's sun dancing Aztec, but what's the next one after that? Carpenters. Yeah, I won't last. That is not the next one down. So it's not like they're off by 1 or anything like that. We're off by 7, just all comparatively speaking. So we just got to update all those. All right. So please, please, please be very careful of how you edit this document because, again, if it takes one person to just kind of screw everything else up and to delete lots of hours of work. So go through everything and just be sure that you put that X in the fixed column after you do it. Message me if you need anything.